Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa. I am 34 years old. I currently live in Tennessee and I am documenting my financial journey here on YouTube. And I'm using YNAB or You Need a Budget software to help me budget and make sure that I'm reaching my financial goals, which right now I am focused heavily on investing. I have a goal of investing $50,000 this year. So if you are interested in that, keep watching and make sure to subscribe. So we have a little bit to catch up on. It's been, I think, a little over a month since my last video, which is kind of on purpose, but also I'm posting this one a little bit later than I intended. But yeah, we have a lot to catch up on, which I will just go over as I start budgeting. But let's first go over what this money is and ready to assign up here. So I have 2 weekly paychecks. I wanted to wait to budget my beginning of the month expenses so that I could do it on camera with you guys. So that meant I didn't budget last week's paycheck, and then I got one more today. So I have 2 paychecks. I also got a $75 work bonus, which is nice. And then I have my monthly high yield interest savings account interest that I received. So $98.44 to budget out there. And a big thank you to whoever opened an upgrade checking account for a bonus. I got a $50 referral bonus. So yeah, $50 there. And then I also cashed out on the Upside app, which I have a link for in the description below. Sometimes they do $10 bonuses for your first purchase. That promotion might have just ended, but you do get like extra cash back if you sign up and use Upside whenever you're buying gas, or it works at some grocery stores and restaurants. But yeah, it's just cash back on money that you were going to spend anyway. So highly recommend signing up for that. But anyway, I cashed out $18.86. So in total, I have over $3,000 to assign. And then I also made a note here for myself this month. I need to budget extra towards my car registration because that is due by the end of the month. So first things first, at the beginning of the month, I like to just set everything in ready to assign aside in this holding category, because I like to budget out certain things at the beginning of every month, which I've already spent a lot because, like I said, I was waiting to budget on camera. So I like to go ahead and fill all of these at the beginning of the month with my next month funds here. So also, I've had questions in previous videos. I guess it's been a while since I explained this. So in YNAB, in this software, one of their philosophies is to get a month ahead in your finances. So the money that you are earning this month is going towards next month's expenses. What I like to do is put everything into a holding category that I then release at the beginning of every month. It just works better for me. I like seeing exactly how much money I have for next month and just have it all in one place, make sure I'm on track instead of physically budgeting into the next month. I just find that it's a lot easier to keep track of, and you don't like mess up your targets and things if you're budgeting a month ahead into the next month. Yeah, that probably made no sense, but that's what this category is for. And this is the money that I'm going to use to budget for my monthly expenses. So this first category, so this is my fulfillment money group. This is money for like quality of life. This is fun money. This is going out to eat, buying myself things, basically the non-necessities, but also like kind of necessary for just being able to enjoy your life. So I started this share the wealth category last month because I had been talking about how I was noticing that I was really stuck in this scarcity mindset of my money after becoming financially secure, but not really like feeling like it. I wanted to feel way more abundant in my money and way more free to spend on not only myself, but on other people, on experiences, and just feeling more abundant and not like so frugal. Like I was just feeling really kind of gross about it. Like I was maybe kind of like hoarding money just to like make sure I was going to reach my financial goals, which I don't know. I feel like I was kind of splitting pennies, just to like be able to invest a few dollars more every month. And yeah, it was just feeling kind of gross. And I also had a lifestyle change in the last couple of months. I'm in a relationship. I have a boyfriend now. And I just want to be able to spend more freely on everyone in my life, my boyfriend, my family, and not have to, like, I want to go out to eat and just pay for everybody and not want them to pay me back. I just want to be able to give more and share the wealth, as I named this category. And so last month was the first month that I did that, and it was an immediate life changer for me. And it's been so helpful to budget all of this money at the beginning of the month instead of weekly, so that I'm not kind of waiting, like if I overspend one week and then I'm waiting for my next paycheck just to budget out a little bit more. It's been nice to just have it all at the beginning of the month, and I can keep an eye on it. Maybe some weeks I spend more, some weeks I spend less, and it all just evens out. And yeah, I've just found that a lot more helpful than budgeting it weekly like I was doing before. So we will go ahead and give me my $300 there. And then this is just my fun money. I give myself $150 a week now. This was an increase. I think I was doing $100 before. And then again, I just wanted to feel more abundant and be able to make the purchases that I want to purchase each month without feeling so like restricted, I guess. And that's been super helpful as well. I've had money that rolled over from the previous month, and I've even spent like over $100 already this month of my fund money. So that's what I'm going to be budgeting here. But yeah, it's been nice that I've had some rollover and just being able to feel more free with my spending. Yeah, it's been really great. So this is that I'm underfunded by a weird amount because, again, I had some rollover, and so I've unassigned 80/70 from this category already this month for purchases that I've made this month. So I want to make sure that I still give myself my $150 a week. So if I clicked this underfunded button, it would be the $150 a week minus the 80/70. I would be assigning an additional 80/70 because I've unassigned that amount, but I don't want to do that because I just want to, in total, assign myself the $150 a week, if that makes sense. So we will go ahead, and that works out to $600 for the month. So in total, it says, that I've assigned $519.30, but again, that's because I already assigned out that $80 for purchases that I already made this month. So we're good there. And then we will go down to my essentials. I already made my compassion donation. Right now I'm donating $25 a month, which in the new year, I definitely want to also increase this by at least double, if not quadruple. Like, I think I would like to work up to donating $100 a month, but for right now it's $25, and I donated to a hurricane fund of people that I knew who were affected by Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. I used to live in the Tampa Bay area. I lived there for about 8 years, and also the company that I work for is located in the Tampa Bay area. So the past couple of weeks have been a little hectic and heartbreaking. Everyone that I know is okay, they're safe, but I have seen a lot of devastation, a lot of friends who lost like completely everything. So $25 isn't much, but I donated to a GoFundMe for specifically some coworkers of mine who lost a lot. So that was my donation this month, and possibly for the rest of this year, I might just be donating to hurricane efforts. But yeah, my heart goes out to any of you as well who were affected by the hurricanes in the Southeast. I hope you're all doing okay and doing the best you can with what you have, and yeah, hope things are looking better for the rest of the year for everybody. So I I'll cover that. And then groceries, I give myself $40 a week, which was already an increase. I have already spent, what is today? It's the 11th right now, and I've already spent almost all of my grocery money for the month. So I'm going to have to work this out in the next few months. It'll even out, but I also spend a lot of groceries. Like I buy things for my family and my boyfriend, which I use that share the wealth category to also cover. So I think it'll all work out. So for now, I am assigning myself $40 a week, which would be $160 this month. And then we cover my gym membership, which is $15 a month. My health insurance, I'm really excited for next month, which is open enrollment, because I have healthcare through healthcare.gov, and you get a tax credit based on your modified adjusted gross income, which I have been able to dramatically lower this year with all of my taxable or my tax deferred contributions towards my solo 401k and my SEP IRA and my HSA and everything like that. It lowers your gross income, and that also increases the amount that the government subsidizes your health insurance. So I'm hoping that next month, when I redo my income for open enrollment, I should be able to get this cost down to like maybe $50 a month, if not cheaper, which would be really nice to have an extra $200 in my pocket every month. But for right now, it's still $280, so we will cover that. And then household, this is going to be another one that I need to keep an eye on. Like my average spent and assigned before having a boyfriend was $25.90, but yeah, we've just been spending a lot. I contribute to, like, if we're buying soap or whatever, restocking things, I have been contributing to that, so it's been costing me a lot more. So yeah, just something to keep an eye on. For right now, I will assign the $40 to meet my target, and then I think I'm going to cover the rest of this. I need to go back through my transactions, but some of it might be money that I spent that I was meaning to spend from my share the wealth category up here. I just need to remind myself what purchases, but I'll go ahead and fund the 40 and leave the rest and come back to that later. And then my phone bill was taken out. My storage fee, I'm currently living with my parents still, and my stuff from my previous apartment is still in storage. My mom and I share a storage unit, so my half is $77. And then I need my $30.54 towards my subscriptions. My supplements, I give myself $50 a month, which I did go ahead and make a creatine purchase this month that'll last me a few months, possibly up to like 5 or 6 months. So we will go ahead and give myself my $50 there. And then I do spend money on therapy. It's $140 a session. It's going to be going up to $165 in the new year, so I will have to update my budget then. But for now, I'm going about once a month, and it's $140 each time, so I make sure I budget for that. And again, I normally would budget all of these before I've made any transactions for the month, but it's just been kind of crazy being able to sit down and film these videos, so I'm having to go back and cover these costs later, but yes. And then I have been budgeting for 2 tanks of gas a month, which I haven't been using. I've been filling up once, and then last month what I did was I bought my boyfriend a tank of gas, because we usually, like 9 times out of 10, we use his car to travel around, so I contribute towards that gas because I feel like it's fair. So I go ahead and budget for my 2 tanks of gas, and then I will see, I'll probably end up spending half of that on his gas, which is, it's basically our gas because we ride together a lot. So budget for that. And then I set aside $70 towards my car insurance. I pay on a 6-month schedule towards my car insurance. And then I also need to set aside about $90 for my registration this month. So we will go ahead and cover that. So that's everything that I wanted to cover at the beginning of the month. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my normal view. And then I will fix this over assigning with my next month fund. That's, like I said, it's all the money that I set aside every month to pay towards that month's expenses. So we'll go ahead and cover that. And we'll put this money back into ready to assign. And then we can start budgeting that. So as you can see here, my expenses that I like to cover at the beginning of every month are about $2,000. So I can go ahead and set aside about $500 a week from my ready to assign towards covering next month's expenses again. I want to get this back up to $2,500. And I like to keep a little bit of a buffer in here just in case, because I'm still working out my budget with my boyfriend. We're, as you can see, we're spending more on groceries and household. So I like to keep a bit of a buffer so that I can use this money to cover, if I overspend on groceries, and then I can just adjust that target in future months. So yeah, that's why this has a little bit of a buffer. Anyway, so since this is 2 weeks of paychecks up and ready to assign, I'm going to go ahead and assign $1,000 back to my next month fund for now. And then I did already transfer last week $750 to my SEP IRA. I already maxed out my solo 401k this year, so I'm just going to max out the my employer contributions towards my SEP IRA, just because it's easier on my Schwab app to be able to transfer online to my SEP IRA. I have to make a phone call to transfer anything to my solo 401k, so it's just easier for me to go ahead and finish out my employer tax deferred contributions to my SEP IRA instead of my solo 401k, but it's the same thing. So anyway, $750 I already sent, and then I'm going to do another $750 this week. So that'll be $1,500 in total. And that puts me at 91% of my $50,000 goal, which I moved my goal to finish by the end of November. I will have invested $50,000 by then, and that works out to $750 a week until the last week of November to hit that $50,000. And then come December, that's going to be a really big income month for me, and I am kind of still working out my plans for what I want to do with that money. I'm planning for now, even though I'm finishing this $50,000 investing goal in November, I still think I'm going to go ahead and set aside my full HSA contribution that would max out my HSA for 2025. I think I'm going to go ahead and set that aside in December because, yeah, that's going to be a very big income month for me. It's going to be 5 paychecks because it's 5 weeks or 5 paycheck days in December for me. Plus, I'm going to be getting a holiday bonus that I'm expecting. Well, hopefully I'm getting it. But yeah, it should be a pretty big income month for me, and that would allow me to just go ahead and set aside, I believe the 2025 HSA limit is going to be $4,300 for individuals. So I think that's my tentative plan for now, is I'm not going to be investing that money in 2024, but instead on January 1st of 2025. But yeah, we will come to that in December when that happens. But that is my plan for now. And then I am a 1099 contractor for my job, so I have to pay quarterly taxes, and that works out to about $275 a week that I set aside, and we're going to do that times 2 weeks. And then this negative $40 in my food and drink, that was money that I spent on taking, who was that? Oh yeah, I took my boyfriend and my mom out for breakfast last weekend. And so I kept in mind that this $40 I wanted to take from the share the wealth category because that was money that I spent on them. So we can go ahead and cover this overspending with my share the wealth category. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and snooze these so they're not yellow because I already signed what I wanted to this month. So I don't want it to ask me for any more money. And then we've got $292.30 left. Oh, I do need to decide what I need to do with this. I might just, I might just take this from my next month fund and cover it with my next month fund, and I'll have to just, pay that back throughout the rest of the month. But I think next month I will just have to reconvene and see what I want to reset this goal to, because $10 a week hasn't been cutting it for the last couple of months. So I'll just reconvene then. So what's left is I like to minimally set aside $200 towards my car fund, but I would like to just see it at an even $6,500. So I'm going to go ahead and set aside $250 towards my car fund, get that to $6,500. Oh, and I forgot about these. So I have this administrative category group down here where I keep track of any refunds, reimbursements, or statement credits. So I did get a statement credit back from my credit card. I'll move that to ready to assign. And then this reimbursement, I had bought, my boyfriend forgot his wallet one day and he had to make a business expense. So I went ahead and paid for it, and then he reimbursed me, but he gave me a little interest back, I guess. It was like the charge was $149.80, so he sent me $150, so I made 20 cents in profit. So that's what that is for. We can move that to ready to assign. And then, that's everything that I want to save for now. And all of my expenses are covered. So with this money, I'm just going to put it back in my next month fund. So that's it for this week's budget. I really thank you for watching. I'm hoping that I can do a monthly expense report for September. I can't make any promises because I didn't do one last month when I said I would, and it's just my schedule's been really hectic, but I really wanted to at least get this video up. But I guess I will see you guys when I see you. I hope you're all doing well and hitting your financial goals, and I look forward to reading your comments and seeing how you guys are doing. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.